Hello, I will show initial attempts to develop Web 3.5 operating system. First of all, I would like to have kind of an editor on my environment. I will list the files on the left, and then I will also be able to do the edits on the right. I don't know how it will turn out to be. Also, and I want a terminal similar to what we are seeing in the Visual Studio Code. I created one index HTML here. So first, let me start with creating some uh, HTML code that I can edit afterwards, starting with Cloud, and then now I will be having some editor environment in single HTML. So the prompt that I may use, for example, is a single HTML file editor that keeps the files in um, local storage as dictionary elements and allow allows them to edit on right pane once clicked on left icons. Also add JavaScript console like environment to the bottom. So let's see what will happen. While it is doing that, I would like to show now a communication mechanism which we have implemented. It's not perfect yet, but Data Hunter 3. So here we have different rooms for WebRTC connection, and they should be communicating each other. No, it's not happening. Let me try the other one, Fighter. So this is another way, and yeah, so I can do multiplayer games like this. Yeah, and it connects the peers. I don't know what happens if I add the third peer. So this is peer-to-peer communication. I think that is working, but it's not supporting multiple peers. So there is something maybe missing over there. It's not expected. So peer communication is using peer.js. I'm hoping to use that. Okay, here that JavaScript console may not be correct way. HTML file editor, new file, let's say test, create the file. Doesn't happen. So let's first of all copy the content and do our edits here. In order to look at the HTML, you can use live preview here. Hmm, Live preview, and install that. Once you install that, you will be able to see the HTMLs. So here is the HTML and working in the server, and I don't know what happens. Console log x equal to 1. It does something. It's kind of a JavaScript console. And here new file, let's say test, new file, test, create. Yeah, this is I think okay, but we can use some icons more useful. This doesn't seem. And let's say we have edited our system, save the file, and create another file. Let's say test2, test3. Okay, so we are able to see the files, and that is working actually. It's not working in CloudWatch environment. Maybe some JavaScripts are used. Let's try to understand the code. Okay, and these are styles. I think single HTML makes the styles in one file. We can split into multiple files. I think that will be better, looking at this code. And I want this to be adjusted ruler wise. What else necessary here? Let's check. um, and we can run this on real Chrome as well, and the same files will not be visible. Every session would maybe having some its own, the code is having own session, and Chrome is having own session. What I am wondering is x equal to 1, is it really working? X, yeah, it's working actually. So I want to be able to give the commands. For example, new file, is there any new file? No. What are the commands? These are important things: save files, load files, icons, select file. So these will be some files that are commands, and I would like to be able to do this kind of things. Create, please create a file name. Okay, create a file, and let's say it's test. Press enter a file name. I think the file name is required. File name input is show create file model, and maybe I would like to have that is as kind of um, kind of a command which takes the parameter as string. So here, create a new file where it is used. Let's see, it is used. Create a new file. Um, Here, click. So the events are added like this. So these are saving, deleting, new button. Okay, new. Let's create a new file. Test. And how do you delete that file? This delete. Yes. Okay, it's deleting the file. Style wise it's good, but I would like to keep the command history. I think the overall this console is better, but I don't want to see the console all the time. So I want our system to be able to be scriptized, like we can do the comments and see the results here. um, and it's not a uh, HTML5 editor. It's actually starting like web web 3.5, web 3.5 IDE, small IDE right now. Let's see what happens if I save. It doesn't update it. Oh, title, there is also one more thing, right? H5 H1. So that's good. And maybe dark theme will be better for me, and I would like to keep this style in some other file. This is web 35 ID CSS. It matters a lot, you see. The CSS needs to be included in uh, what was I forgot that. So let's see, make it as what was the comment, not a comment but markup for adding CSS into HTML. So yeah, this is that what I'm looking for. No, I just want to have this line, and that is this CSS. Now it comes back. Now maybe we can edit the CSS. Oh, this style is not necessary, and top style is also not necessary. This is complete CSS file. um, it will be easier. So maybe I will say create a new one. Say okay, um, make my ID CSS dark by default, and it will be working on CSS only. Simplification also will be keeping us easy to manage. So let's see, dark theme. Okay, now icons. I think something necessary for the icons. Where do I get the icons? Um, uh, and JavaScript also. Um, I'm thinking like, okay, we can take this script out as well. Web 35 ID.js, and include that as a this. Okay, now we have the sidebar. For sidebar is taking this is the sidebar. Editor container is this part. uh, Resizer, what is this resizer? I do not see any change. Oh, okay, actually this is not resizer, this is coming here. Oh, console container. Maybe this, yeah, this is the resizer. Interesting. And it is working. Okay, nice. I will go and make the create new file as a function taking this. I don't remember if JavaScript supports operate function overloading. I think it doesn't. So I cannot use this, right? That let, I can just say this. And this is not right. Now, if I use the create file, I should always create file model. I can use them. Previously it was like this, so here this is necessary. So I need to put no, I need to take this part and put into every create file like this, and this. This is the lambda statement, and just use the create file that way. So we can use the console for creating the file. That looks good. Now create file test index html, for example. Create new file. Now I'm missing the feature of having the up and down in the history, so it worked actually. So similar thing we should expect um, for new files that is possible, um, and for new functions. um, yes, that is one step. Let's see what we want to do. Yeah, we we are missing that feature. Okay, I would like to say, um, m- could you add the feature if I add if I click not click if I press up and down buttons, it navigates in the console history. So I will give that previous JavaScript, ask for that console history. Okay, let's try. It actually truncated things. I'm not sure if everything works here well. Doesn't seem that, but create new file test. Yeah, it's actually broken some of the things. Maybe it doesn't know the original index HTML. Please only add, do not remove. um, Maybe it didn't write the whole file. That may be a possibility. We should, once you are using LLMs, you should split as much as possible, because in some shortcuts and some mistransfers, it may broke all your code. Starting with short functions is better. Let's see what happened. And see, the file is there, yes, and that's okay. Now if I press up, it is showing that, and I want to be able to do delete button. Let's see, delete current file. So delete current file is the thing that we can call. Okay, and it deleted the current file. Delete current file. Yeah, it's showing the history. I'm able to navigate, and that's good. Now this is the environment we want to now share, right? This next step will be being able to access this integrated development environment from multiple computers. Thank you.